Hello, everybody. So glad you're joining us tonight for Angel Inspiration Time. And tonight we are talking about Lady Gaia. Thanks to Johanna Borella, who wrote in and suggested it. So, hi, Freya, number one again. Well done. It's lovely to see your name always. And thank you for joining us. Hi, Jennifer, and Marion, hello, and Kiki, and Hanukkah. Lovely to see you, and Natasha, Charlotte, Hita. One day you'll have to tell me if your name is Hita or Hita. I say this every time, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. And if you could just put it on there, I would know then for another time. Okay, so Johanna suggested, she wrote in and said, I feel a huge affinity with Lady Gaia. I feel she's all of nature, which I absolutely love. And she shares a personal experience about her. She's about 20 years ago, she came to visit her in a reading she was receiving from an angel channeler. Gaia was too vast to take any form and just appeared in the middle of the reading. She said, I was in the throes of depression and felt very humble that a goddess would appear to me like that. It made all the difference, though. She gave me heart and she talked about my future, and just her energy replenished me and gave me hope and joy. Things she told me have come to pass, she says, and I feel close to her. She says, I would love to hear your take on her. Well, that's what we're talking about tonight. She plays a huge role in the ascension process of the planet. It's her ascension, isn't it? Well, of course, Lady Gaia is ascending and has already ascended. How can we help? What we can do for the animals, for the planet, etc., other than the obvious things like decreasing pollution, etc. Johanna. And so as soon as I received that email, I thought, great, fantastic. That's what we'll do this week. And so lots of you have sent in questions and comments. So we'll be talking about those. Hello, Lynn. Nice to see you. And Maggie and Joe. Hi. And Jessica. And Paula. And Esmeralda. Hi, Susie. And thank you, Johanna, for sharing your experience, because it's lovely to be able to share other people's experiences when we talk. Hi, Cheryl and Sharon and Yolanda. Yolanda, I do believe I've had a question from you or a comment from South Africa. And Leah and Susie and Mandy and Jill and Andrea. You still haven't told me, Haida, how you pronounce your name. And Kirsten, hi, and Christina and Michelle and Ben and Dawn and Julie and Kristen. Hi, Judy, and hi, Alicia, and hi, Olini and Helen and Rose and Edward and Edda and Emily and Amisha and Sila and Michelle and Pierre and Iris, Irina, Alina and Polonza and Rosetta. Wow, I can go on saying hello to people for ages yet. But let's just talk about Lady Gaia, because she is the angel in charge of our planet. She literally ensouls our planet, and she's ninth dimensional. All the angelic beings in charge of all the planets and galaxies and stars are thrones, ninth dimensional angelic being, and that is their job, to hold the vibration of their planet. And of course, Lady Gaia is of the earth element. She lives it, she loves it. And one evening there was a huge storm, and Lady Gaia came in to talk to me. And at that time, there were a whole lot of tornadoes going on in America. And she said, if only the people there had realized how much they could do to help it by talking to the sylphs, who are the elementals of air, just talking to them, staying very calm, and it would have made a huge difference to what happened there. And you can connect with the elemental master of air, who is called Dom, D-O-M. And the more you start connecting with the elemental masters and just stilling your mind and sending out a message, they receive it. They receive the energy, and it makes a difference. Every single one of us can make a difference to what's happening on the planet, to the planet. It is amazing how powerfully we can make a difference. Now, every single one of us has come in now. We've incarnated deliberately as a result of Lady Gaia's invitation to us to help her birth the new civilization. So in a sense, you are a midwife for Lady Gaia to birth the new golden age. And symbolically, the waters for this process broke on the 6th of October 2012, before the cosmic moment, because this was all preparation for this 20-year birthing period. And at that moment, Source, the seraphims, Lady Gaia, of course, but Metatron, all the great archangels, they all together beamed energy onto Earth to start this process that's taking place. Because we're moving into a new stage of Lady Gaia's evolution, the birthing of a new civilization in which we're all taking part. And so from that moment, the baby was coming. The new civilization was coming no matter what. And it was on its way. There is a point at which you cannot stop it. You cannot hold it back. It is going to happen. And so that is what is happening now. And it heralds monumental changes for all of us. Now, I had oh, that's right, from Yolanda, said hello when I saw your name coming up, because I remembered you sent something in, Yolanda. You say, you're from South Africa. Oh, thank you. You inspire so many of us and keep us motivated. In the year 2019, which is the year of out with the old and in with the new, what guidance can you give with coping better with obstacles placed in our daily lives? That's an interesting one. We're supposed to summons and ask the angels and the universe to help. But many times it literally feels as if they don't listen. Of course, that is an illusion. Always, always, always they listen to every single thing. And if what we ask for is for the highest good, then they will help bring it about. But if what we ask for isn't for our highest good, or the timing is wrong, then of course they're not going to do it. She says, I won't lose my spiritual faith because of this, but I sometimes feel it's very difficult to remain positive when it's one thing on top of another. Right, remember what I've just said. We are midwives for the new golden age. Now, have you had a baby? You know, once it's happening, it's happening. It feels as if everything is happening all together. You're almost out of control with the speed everything's rushing at when it's really coming. But the outcome is inevitable. And we are asked to stay centered. The obstacles that we encounter are placed on our path by our own soul to check if we've learned how to deal with that test. And so when you get an obstacle, stay centered. That's the very first thing. Now, all these tests we're having with technology, whoa, stay centered. And then just ask for what you need and know that you are being helped. Whether you believe it or not, whether you can feel it or not, the help is with us and all around us. And literally, the angels are doing everything they possibly can. So the more clarity you have around that and around what you want out of your life and how you can help the planet, the better. That's what is literally happening for us. Now, Marcus sends something which is low vibration, but out of it there's something higher. He says all over the planet there are vortices, points where energy lines meet, and many of these locations are now occupied and misused by those who seek to reinforce their control of the planet. As we know, that is now ending. This is why there's so much confusion and chaos everywhere. How can we, for the highest good, disempower these misuses peacefully and lovingly? Okay, well, that's absolutely right. There are crossing points all over the place. There are vortices, and these are high energy places and have always been recognized. And that's why banks were placed there, churches were placed on these crossing points. Any control places, council offices, government offices, they're always placed on crossing points and vortices where the energy is particularly powerful. And so if they are being used for control, for power, not for the highest good, then you have to remember that they are a lower frequency, and high frequencies consume lower frequencies. So the higher the light, the more of the lower frequency it consumes. So every time you raise your frequency and you go to one of those places or think about one of those places, you are peacefully putting light into it, and you make a difference. Every time you think about something, you add to the lower frequency, or you put light in to raise the frequency. And there has never been a time of turbulence like this, absolutely everywhere, as the old institutions are breaking down. Remember, everything that's not in alignment with the new paradigm is having to crack and break up. And we see this with big businesses, we see it with governments, we're seeing it with political parties, with absolutely everything. And we have come in at this time by invitation from Lady Gaia to take part in this change. And you can powerfully make a difference. So when you watch television and you see about yet another thing happening that is going to bring massive change to an area or to people or whatever, first center yourself, raise your light, ask the angels to help, envision it beautiful, but send a higher light into it, and you will make a difference. Now, here's another question from Robin from Australia, and she's in New South Wales in the northwest. Okay, and she said we're experiencing widespread drought and some flooding and bushfires, which must be awful, horrible. How do we heal the earth to restore balance in nature? And the great archangel of nature is called Purlimek, Purlimek. I write about him in lots of my books because he is very important, very powerful. And he coordinates with Lady Gaia to keep Earth in balance and harmony. So when you're out in nature, he's doing his work of keeping everything in balance and harmony with Lady Gaia. And so connect with him and ask his energy to come in and help. He's in charge of the elemental masters and the elementals, and it's the elementals that do all the work behind the scenes to keep our world green and harmonious. So when it's out of balance, as you describe in Australia at the moment, then call on them to help bring it back into balance. Now, for Australia, I mentioned this in one of my books, that in the future, when the energy has come into balance around the world, Australia is going to start a process of reforestation to make the entire vast, enormous continent into a harmonious and beautiful place. Now, this may not help you at this very instant when you're desperate for rain, but if you focus on that vision, you make it happen more quickly. And if you connect with Lady Gaia and, of course, all the water elementals, then you can start the process of bringing in rain. Remember, in ancient times, previous golden ages, they could call in the rain because they were in charge of the elementals, the sylphs who blew the rain clouds over, the elementals of the water, all of that. They worked with them so that they could create everything beautiful and verdant and lush and abundant as it must be again. Ooh. Now, Elka says, she had been listening to a spiritual teacher who had gone a bit out of balance, and said, I could clearly feel that it's time to listen to you and Tim Wilde, and the changes have been amazing. But it's still so hard for me to connect with the Earth, Mother Earth, or Lady Gaia. Okay, so hopefully we'll change that in this session. What does hollow Earth? I'm writing this question on here. I'll just like to take. What about hollow Earth? What is hollow Earth? Okay, now we see Earth as a kind of solid with fire in the middle. That's not so. In the very center of Earth, there is a vast seventh dimensional etheric space. And this is, with its own sun, this is an amazing, awesome space in the center of Earth. There is one in the center of every planet. And within this, every single thing that's ever been on the surface of Earth is maintained in an etheric form there. So nothing is ever extinct, as we call it. And every civilization is represented there. In the Keys to the Universe, I talk about all the things that are held in hollow Earth. And this is the home of Lady Gaia. There is a vast pyramid in its center, which connects to the 4 ascension planets, Sirius, Orion, the Pleiades, and Neptune. And so energetically, hollow Earth is a chakra, a universal chakra, and is an amazing place. You can do whole sessions on hollow Earth. And you actually say Archangel Raphael meditation regarding abundance really helped me change my financial situation within a year in a very positive way. Thank you. I'm glad about that. And you ask what color you should imagine for Lady Gaia. Well, I tend to see her as transparent with rainbows in, but of course she's also often blue-green, the color of Earth. That's why Earth is known as the green planet, greeny blue. Claire says, she's just been swimming and 2 girls got into the pool wearing swimming costumes with unicorns on. They reminded me that you were on. Oh, thank you. Thank you for associating me with unicorns. Oh yes, Catherine says, I've caught a cold from an abyss during this super full moon. Cleansing, oh yes. I can sing all the low notes in Old Man River. Yeah, and it has been an awesome moon this time. And it is going to, again, move everything on. I love this explanation of how it's birthing something, being a midwife here on earth. Yes, I think if you see yourself as one of the people that has come in especially to help birth the new civilization, then you know that you've got a very, very important role. There's one more I want to take now, one more question I've got here, before I do an invocation meditation to help us all bring in the higher energies, because the best way of helping the planet is actually to bring in the highest possible energies through us. We are channels to bring it into Earth and help Earth that way. And of course, you eat organic, because every time you eat organic, you're helping the planet because there's less pesticides. You do all the things you try and help with toxicity. You know, if you have ferns in your home, they absorb the toxins and it makes it more pure and clear, the air in your home. All of that sort of thing. You know, Caroline, this morning you wrote a letter to the angels asking them to bring a buyer for your house. Will they bring us a buyer? Well, do you know, it's not just up to the angels. The angels are doing what's for your highest good. If you're sending out mixed messages, as lots of people do, I want to move, I want to sell the house, but I do love it here, I do like this, I will miss my neighbours. You're sending the angels mixed messages and they're working very hard. Oh, okay, she wants to move, she's ready. No, she's not ready to move. And you're probably listening to me saying this and thinking, that's not true, I really want to move. But then look at your mixed messages and get total clarity that you want to move. The minute you have that total clarity, as long as the timing is right for you, you will have a buyer instantly. Oh, Anita said you did an angel meditation a few years ago and asked them to give me a sign. 3 days later, a red and white orb appeared in front of me. Lovely, fantastic. I don't know what a red and white orb would be. I would suspect that it's Uriel and Gabriel mixed together. Wow. Okay. This is from Sheetal about service work at night. She says, is it possible to be working spiritually in dream time? Now, this is a very important question because, as you know, we are here on a 24-hour a day and night basis. We're not just here in our waking time. We do more work spiritually in our sleep time than at any other time, very often. So these people that are very lazy and don't appear to be doing very much, or cats who are languidly lying there, are doing spiritual work in their sleep. So she says, is it possible to be working spiritually in dream time? In waking life, I'm quite solitary, but in my dreams, I have lots of wonderful friends and we always work together to help people. The energy is always so full of love. Fabulous. Last week, I dreamt I went to the seabed and saw lots of mercury pellets and worked to remove them with another person. Okay, you were doing service work in your sleep. A few days ago, I was helping a girl in snowed out 50s New York, and the next day, the current extreme weather was in the news. Okay. If I focus on a person before I sleep, I usually can have a prophetic dream. I sometimes feel I'm here on Earth and also elsewhere, and of course we are. If you're an intergalactic master or an intergalactic being, worker, then you're here on Earth and you're also out there doing service work on another planet, even in another universe. We are multi-dimensional beings. Some memories of my past are vivid and others are in the third person. Some are forgotten. So I see myself as a little girl, but looking from an outsider's point of view. Should I be grounded more, or is my life purpose or something to do with timelines? I would say that you're doing a lot of service work in your sleep, and unusually you remember it. Very often people, they'll wake up feeling exhausted one morning. They have no idea. And then they put on the news and they find that there's been an awful earthquake or something. And of course, their spirit has been out of their body helping with that earthquake. They've come back exhausted. And so it's really important to remember, we're working 24/7. You are blessed in that you can remember it so you can do things consciously. But we can also ask. We can say to Lady Gaia before we go to sleep, please let me help. Show me what I can do while I'm asleep. We can ask the angels to take us to places that need our help while we're asleep and put our energy in. But I would say that it's very important that you put a protection on, the Christ light or the Michael's cloak or all of it, because you don't want to go into a very dark place where you're trying to help people and then find that you've picked up their energy. But we can do a huge amount while we're asleep. You can ask Archangel Perlimik, the angel of nature, that I was talking about a moment ago, to what you can do to help, and let him direct you and help you. But remember, the weather patterns are changing. Lady Gaia is starting to cleanse the planet, and we've all seen how this is happening. And so there is more work for the elementals to do, so you can connect with them and help them. But I'd like to do a Facebook Live on elementals soon. And so if there's an earthquake, it's needed because there's negativity deep in the earth that needs to be cleared. So Lady Gaia and Poseidon, who is in charge of all the elementals, will consult before they give the orders to the elementals to cleanse the area thoroughly but respectfully. But elementals open to the emotional energy of people. Remember what I was saying before, they open to the emotional energy, and the result is that they, like the sylphs I was talking about with tornadoes, they can then go out of control. And so if it's water, they can just go wild and create huge waves and things like that and create a lot of damage. So stay calm and send that calming energy in, and wow, we can make a huge, huge difference. Yeah, Hanukkah, what about the green dragons? Yes, they work with Perlimik, they work with nature. And so you can send them in as well. You can send the angels, you can send the dragons. There is so much, so many energies working on different frequencies that we can send in to help in situations. We can do so much. Right, so there was a question from Caroline. I know that my mission here is to help, mend, or serve Lady Gaia, but I'm not sure yet how to do it. So that's exactly what we're talking about. And as I say, the greatest way to help her is to raise your frequency and visualize her happy and thriving. So I would like to do this visualization invocation now to raise your light so that source light can flow through you right into Lady Gaia. Now, this particular invocation is in Birthing a New Civilization. It's quite an old book of mine with lots and lots of information in it. But let's do this visualization invocation and ask that we be a channel to bring this energy through into Lady Gaia to help her as much as we possibly can. So you probably like to do this with your eyes closed. You might find that it helps you just to relax and visualize whatever I'm saying. Okay. So just feel your feet on the floor and just allow beautiful cloak of golden white Christ light to come over you. Breathe comfortably and allow the outside world to disappear while you focus on your inner world. And first, picture the bees, the beautiful bees, happy, respected, thriving, and swarming back into their hives. And just have a sense of people everywhere truly appreciating them. Now the pixies work with the bees. They are the elementals who help the bees to pollinate the plants throughout the world. So just see the pixies laughing as they take the bees to the perfect plants. And imagine them all bathed in beautiful pink light. And now ask the angels just to come to you and take you deep, deep down into the center of the earth, into hollow earth, to meet Lady Gaia. Now you are in a vast world of light, the most beautiful place you can imagine. And ahead of you is the great pyramid of hollow earth. It's vast. And as you enter it, you become aware of Lady Gaia herself in a beautiful, transparent rainbow light. And feel her heartbeat. And there is a seraphim who works deep in the earth to bring you the wisdom of the earth. And that is the universal angel Rockwell. Ask him, he's black, ask him to teach you how to work with crystals, minerals, and plants. He's receiving your message. And then ask the great universal angel Jules, who's in charge of the oceans, to connect you to the wisdom of the waters. Now especially to the coral reefs that are fifth dimensional, the fish and the dolphins. And through them to bring back the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria. Take a moment to feel or sense yourself floating in the beautiful aquamarine waters, while a connection is now being made for you. And now you're connecting with the universal angel Gasisa to take you through the ley lines, to make an energetic connection to sacred places and portals. Draw in the wisdom of the stars through the portals. Just sense all these crossing points, vortices and portals lighting up. And then ask Archangel Gasisa to strengthen your connection to your home planet, whichever universe it's in. And now meet Archangel Thelier, the angel of animals. Just feel his beautiful sunshine yellow light touching you. And see his yellow light surrounding every single animal in the world. And know that every time you're doing this, you're strengthening your connection to all animals, and you are helping Lady Gaia. And now, Archangel Perlimik, the angel of nature, is standing in front of you. Take his blue-green energy right into your aura to help you feel the love and joy of nature and to help the natural world grow and blossom. Just picture the world beautiful and green and blossoming everywhere. Call on the Dragon Kingdom and ask the dragons to be your companions and friends. Trust them to look after you. Ask the fire dragons now to burn up any negativity in your aura. Call on the elementals. That's the fairies, the imps, the elves, the pixies, the goblins, the sylphs, the mermaids, and all the others to dance around you and fill you with fun and lightness and joy. And now, invoke the universal angel Butalil. Now, he is a pure white universal angel in charge of the cosmic currents. Ask him to give you, for an instance, a glimpse of the magnificence of your soul, so you have a sense of who you truly are. And now, invoke the 12 masters of Orion to give you their blessing. These are the masters of wisdom. Ask the masters of Sirius to open your transcendent chakras so you can receive the spiritual technology coming in. Ask the masters of the Pleiades to give you healing and enlightenment, and to sense their soft blue light coming to you. Ask the masters of Neptune to enable you to remember your gifts and talents from Atlantis and Lemuria, so you can use them for the highest good of all. Call on the Great White Brotherhood to surround you in the pure white ascension flame and enable you to become that flame. Now we're going to call in some of the great illumined masters. Ask El Moira to strengthen your higher will and give you leadership with integrity. Ask Lanto to help you feel the wisdom radiating from your heart center. Ask Serapis Bey to strengthen your understanding of sacred symbols. Ask Paul the Venetian to strengthen your heartfelt creativity. Ask Hilarion to help you understand spiritual technology and apply it in a fifth dimensional way. Ask Mary Magdalene to help you accept everyone with love and compassion. Ask Lady Nada to open you to higher spiritual understandings and the wisdom of the universe. Ask Lord Kumikar to light your way. Ask Vuslu to keep your life in harmony and balance. Ask Gautama to show you your pathway. Ask Rakotsky to adapt your human body to cope with the new energies. Ask Kuan Yin to hold you in unconditional love. Ask Jesus to help you tread your true path with courage. Ask Lord Maitreya to enable you to be the Christ light and radiate it. Ask Babaji to help you live in truth and radiate it. Ask Melchizedek to enable you to live in peace and togetherness. Ask Saint Germain to show you the potential of the new golden age. Now we're calling in the archangels. Ask Sandalphon to help you ground more deeply so that you can be your higher self. Ask Gabriel to give you joy as you move forward. Ask Uriel to bathe you in Christ light so you can flow through life with confidence. Ask Chamuel to connect you to the love of God. Ask Michael to empower you to speak your truth with wisdom. Ask Raphael to touch your third eye so it becomes a crystal ball, enabling you to see the abundance of the universe. Ask Jophiel to expand your crown so you can work with the creative force of the universe. Ask Christiel to enable you to experience perfect peace. Ask Mariel to light up your soul so you can see your divine right pathway. Surrender to Archangel Metatron to surround you in his golden orange light. Ask him to take you to his ascension chamber and guide you on your ascension pathway. Invoke 1,000,000 unicorns to shower you with pure light. Ask the mighty seraphim Seraphina to show you your Antakarana bridge and hold your hand as you walk as far as you can along it. Ask Mary to come to you and show you higher love. Ask her to take your hand so you can see further up the bridge. And finally, ask Rubiksil, who is a mighty angel and the bringer of the new dawn, to step forward, to place his green-yellow cloak around you and set you free. This will help you to live at a higher frequency right through the transition to the new golden age. Then see yourself as a huge column of light and let source light flow through you into Lady Gaia's heart. Be aware of that light just flowing through you and you serving Lady Gaia by being the purest channel you can be to bring the highest light through you. And then when you're ready, just open your eyes. And I'd love to hear how you felt about that. If there were any particular energies you felt were going through you into Lady Gaia's heart more easily, how you felt about that invocation, and if you felt it helped Lady Gaia. Right, Nadine. Is it my awareness that is key to change for the better? Or is it asking the angels for helping me through their awareness? Light. I'm often confused. It's both. When you're aware of something, then you're moving at a higher frequency already. And the angels help you because of your awareness. But if you need more awareness and you've asked the angels, they will give you the awareness. So it's both things. You know, lots of people have been connecting with Lady Gaia. So is this where a golden crystal resides in hollow earth? As you tend to ground yourself in that beautiful energy. There is a vast crystal and there is also the great pyramid of hollow earth. Yeah, all in the center. It's a vast, vast place where all of these great, great energies are that we can use. Oh, sorry, some of these are going so quickly I can't read them. All right. Sheetal, oh, thank you for coming back. That makes so much sense. You love working in your dreams. Well, you're obviously very powerful, Sheetal, and doing very, very good work, so carry on doing it. People told you here to clear the... Oh, sorry, it's gone too fast. Okay. Well, who is Apollo in the angelic realm? He was a high priest in the golden era of Atlantis. He brought in love, and he took his tribe to, I can't remember where, it's in Discover Atlantis, but he took one of the tribes. And of course, he was bringing in higher love. So, okay, love to know how anyone felt about that meditation. You enjoyed it? Oh, good, good, good. I think Heidi said she remembers doing it when she read Birthing a New Civilization. Yeah, it's a very long one, but my goodness, when you invoke those energies and they all come through you, then what I could feel as I was doing it and I was reading it was my channel getting clearer and purer, more of the energy coming through and getting into Hollow Earth, into... Oh, right, Kristen, the green and yellow robe, that was a Bubertil robe, expanded beyond my vision and anchored so much light into Lady Gaia. Well, he is a power, a lord of karma, a mighty being who's only just started coming to work with Earth again, because these great beings who've got such incredible light are only just able to connect with us now again. Yeah, wonderful invocation for the golden year. This year is a special year of change. We are really called on to stay very centered, very calm as amazing things happen. And as we start to ascend more and more. And Lady Gaia, of course, is now fifth dimensional and just bringing us all into the fifth dimension. The animals are ahead of us. Many of them are now fifth dimensional and they are teaching us the way. Oh, beautiful colors you felt, okay? I do. Your crown, back of the head and ears and palms and soles were throbbing and tingling with energy. Felt the channel at the end as well. Great, great. Yes, it was strong energy, great. I'm so glad. Oh, Janice, you were a pillar of rainbow light in the middle of Source and Lady Gaia. I am Mother. That's it. We are the divine feminine mother energy birthing this planet. Jill, you felt a most beautiful rainbow connection to Lady Gaia. It was a wonderful feeling. Well, we don't normally do a long meditation when we do angel inspiration time. Oh, Melissa, you cried all the way through. Your heart was pure love and truly blessing us. Ben, where is the great central sun? Well, it's the light for this universe, and basically it is beyond our sun that we see. It is the sun beyond the sun. So if you're trying to find a place for it, just look out at the sun and just imagine it as a huge, huge stargate beyond that. Oh, hi, Barbara. How nice to see you. You were in Assisi. Lovely to see you again. Maybe you're coming this year. We're going to France again this year, doing a course there. You've got a Tanya, you've got a diamond crystal after the invocation of the Muria. Oh, good. So maybe your Murian gifts are coming back to you now. That'll be brilliant. Okay, so that energy from everybody doing it and anybody that might be watching the replay and does it is going into the earth and will be raising the light in the earth and helping Lady Gaia. And that is just one of the many, many ways that we can help the planet. Every single thing we do, everything we eat, everything we say, it all makes a difference to the planet. We're not alone. Oh, Kirsten, when you stated we'll receive a glimpse, that light was overwhelming, love. Fabulous. So pleased. Next week, oh God, on the 3rd of March, I've got making a Zoom, making a deep connection with the unicorns. I don't seem to have next week's down here. On the 13th of March, there's another Zoom, which is Lemurian crystal healing. Wow, I'm really looking forward to that too. I'm looking forward to the unicorn one. I have got some fabulous new things for the unicorn one about soul healing and doing a really, really powerful energetic connection to the universe, to the unicorns, and then soul healing and healing. That was, it's lovely. And oh yes, I have got it here. Next week, I'm going to do the fish and insect kingdom. So again, it's working on the cards and readings from the cards, but this time we're going to focus on the fish and the insect kingdom because they are amazing and there's so much to do. So next week is the fish and insect kingdom. Then I think it's right, I'm right, that on the 3rd of March, we're having a Zoom, making a deep connection with the unicorns, and that will be very powerful. And then a Zoom on the 13th of March, which is Lemurian crystal healing. And obviously there's each Wednesday we have either a Zoom or an angel inspiration. Oh, there's about 2 minutes to go. So I suggest that after we've did that powerful invocation, we put a beautiful cloak of light around us so that we hold that energy within us. And remember, tonight when you go to sleep, then that energy will continue to pour through you into the earth and help you on many, many levels, and also help the earth. I tell you, you've developed a veil muffling your left ear. What is this anything to do with ascension symptoms? Well, it might be. At the same time, I would also do what you don't want to hear. Your left ear is to do with the feminine side, with women in your life, with your past. What is it that you don't want to hear? So look at it from all of that, Birgit. Feeling a bit dizzy because of all the energy you felt rushing through you to earth, yes. Oh, and you astral travel during the meditation, yes. How to work as angels of joy of Atlantis. That's lovely. Just do it. Just identify with that energy and express it. Oh, Shital, you really enjoyed Hollow Earth. Oh, Mercy, I love that one. Let's finish with that one. Your image of Lady Gaia was of pure white light with amazing energy. You enjoyed the meditation. Then I've just answered that question about the Great Central Sun. Okay. Been lovely, as always. I always enjoy Angel Inspiration Time, though it's been different today. And we'll be back to normal next Wednesday with the insect and fish kingdom and readings from that as well. And then we've got Zooms and all sorts of other things. It'll be very exciting ahead this year. So lots and lots of love to everybody. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself and hopefully see you next week. Bye-bye.